confused about which DJI product to buy. So you're looking at drones, you hear that DJI make the best drones in the world, which is quite obvious with a little bit of research, and then you think the job's over because I'm going to buy a DJI drone. And then you look, wow, so many different models, so much detail, you don't want to make a mistake, you want to get the drone for you. So we get bombarded all day long, which drone should I buy, what's the difference? And most people don't want the detail, they just want a rough overview of what's on offer and how it should suit them. So I want to start with the Phantom range and the Mavic range. In fact, that's all I'm going to talk about because the Inspire is quite a specialized product and a lot more expensive. So the top of the range Phantom model is the Phantom 4 Pro Plus. It's the most expensive one they do at the moment, and it's this. It's a Phantom 4 Pro, and the Plus is the controller. So the controller of the Pro Plus has got a couple of benefits, arguably, over the regular Phantom 4 Pro. So A, it's got a built-in screen, so it folds down flat, you put it in your bag, it's always charged up because the remote's charged. It's got a separate HDMI outlet for goggles or to go direct to a TV, and that is the only difference between the Pro and the Pro Plus. So just the remote. So now I'm going to whiz the remote, and now I can show you the Phantom 4 Pro with the regular remote. So let me just get the remote out the way. So this will take, actually this is all wrapped in plastic, but it'll actually take a cell phone, as you probably know, and it will take iPads and tablets, and the Pro Plus doesn't. When you get the Pro Plus, it's got that 5.5 inch screen, and you're stuck with that. You can't remove it. Whereas this, you can put bigger iPads on, etc. So the Pro Plus has got forward vision sensors, so it doesn't crash into things when they're switched on. It's also got them at the back. That's quite important for a lot of people. They're willing to spend the extra money. For me personally, the rear sensors are slightly more important than the front sensors, because if you're doing a selfie shot, which is where the drone hovers, and then you shoot backwards, you can't actually see, if you look at the screen, where the drone's going. And if the drone should go out of sight or be hard to see, you can actually look down at your screen if it's going forwards and see if you're going to hit anything. But if you're careering backwards, you can't see anything. So the rear ones are probably arguably more important than the front ones. The Pro has got both, just like the Pro Plus. This one's also got side sensors. Now the side sensors only work in beginner mode, which is very slow and short range, and in tripod mode. Tripod mode is a mode that you put it into so that when you move the levers of the remote a lot, the drone hardly moves. It's almost like a flying, floating tripod. What else can I tell you? It's got a battery that lasts for 30 minutes. The other big difference to the Phantom 4, which is the cheapest of the range, is the size of the camera. The Pro Plus and the Pro has a larger camera. It's a 1-inch sensor, allows a lot more light to go in. It can also film in even higher quality than the regular Phantom 4. So it will film 60 frames a second in 4K video. And if you want to, you can then slow that down to, you can actually take 120 frames at regular high definition 1080. So a lot more flexibility with the camera. Lets more light in, so if you're flying maybe in the evening or dark conditions, it allows more light into the camera. Extremely good drone, very popular. And I'm going to keep this remote here because the remote is the same as the Phantom 4. This has been out now since March 2015. Very reliable drone. You can see the difference. There's no sensors on the side, no sensors on the back, but it still has the sensors at the front. Slightly smaller camera, 4K, but now 30 frames a second. Very, very good for most people. All the Phantom range, very good in strong winds. It's quite a heavy drone. It's almost 2 kilos. I think it's 1.75 kilos. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing telling you something from this. They all have automatic takeoff, automatic return home, waypoints, missions, follow me, follow you, follow everybody, all singing, all dancing. Think of something you want it to do. They all seem to do it now. Almost magic. So they come up. I better show you the box actually. There's different cases that we have. This is the amount of space minimum that a Phantom 4 is going to take. So that gives you an idea of the size for lugging it around. And then we come on to the Mavic. And this, as you've probably seen thousands of videos, folds up into a very, 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 very small package. So that's the drone and that's the remote. So I mean, if you compare that to this, it's a lot different. So this is, so the drone and the remote of the Mavic takes up very slightly more space than just the remote of the Phantom series. So that's something to consider. So let me just go through the downsides of the Mavic. It is lighter, in my opinion. It moves around a little bit more in the wind. It's got fully gimbalized camera, so when it does move around, you still get reasonably stabilized footage. But look at the size of that camera. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. And so what that does is, with it being small, it lets less light into the camera, so you don't get a sharper picture as the Phantom series. It's very good. Look at the videos online. We've got some videos online. It's good enough for a lot of people, but the professional people who are flying really for a lot of emphasis on videos, it's not good enough for them, but it is for most people. The main selling point of the Mavic is it's so small. If you need a drone that folds up so small, it's the only thing on the market. If you don't mind something that's a little bit bigger, and you've got the space, then the Phantom 4 is perhaps the way to go. What else am I missing to tell you? This has got all the toys and tricks that the Phantom 4 does. It doesn't have the rear or side sensors like the Phantom 4 Professional has. And I've probably forgotten a whole load of things, but I wanted to get this video out there because my staff are screaming that you need some basic idea of what to buy. Thanks for watching.